morning, soon to be afternoon. I was just repositioning the iconic tea towel there, just over one shoulder, casually revealing the logo. It's really saying grab a tea towel, you will need one for this movement snack. If you want the grippable, grabbable, wristy forearm moves I've got covered on towards the end of this movement snack. So yeah, dash off, get a tea towel. Don't dash, just go and get a tea towel in an orderly fashion. Date stamp is Monday the 24th of January. I know this because it's my mum's birthday. So I can confidently say today it's Monday the 24th of Jan. Getting ready for a afternoon movement snack. Now I put out, as we always do, kind of anything from 40 to 30 minutes prior to every movement snack, a bit of a nudge, a bit of a prompt. Go grab a tea towel, Margaret. Yeah, go on. And a bit of a theme today. I don't know if it's going to be a theme that runs through the whole week, but I'm going for a devil in the detail approach today. Morning, Andrew Scott. Oh, happy birthday to my mum. I've just been chatting with her, but I don't think she's here. I forgot to tell her I was on a noonday today. maybe she has other things to be doing on her birthday than a movement snack with me. Who knows? In fact, no, I tell a lie. We were talking about some specific moves I suggested she might want to do. Front lying on her tummy for a dodgy hamstring at the minute. But anyway, that's by the by. That might be why she's not in on this movement snack. 5, 6, 7, 8 in 4. Thanks, Andy. Anything else to report? So I'm going for devil in the detail, kind of marginal gains type approach. But when you say marginal gains, this could be big impact. Is that a bit of a juxtaposition of words there? I do like to use that word every now and again. So we're going for the devil in the detail, hence the butterfly images that I posted and the pre-message. All right, Julian with G, grab a tea towel. So I think I've got a couple of new approaches today. I won't call them new moves because they're not moves, because you're already doing them somehow. But I wonder, are you as aware of your moves as you might like to be? And if you're more aware, maybe a few more marginal gains with big impact to be had. Who knows? Most importantly, we're just crowbarring in some extra minutes in here, breaking up your day just like this, as much or as little as you would like. Cold Port Albert, thank you for the weather update, Gillian. I can't see Miss P yet. Is she coming in? Is the founder of the Port Talbot posse in yet? Miss Perry. I haven't seen it. Look, the G and the J's in for the Port Talbot posse, but not the founder herself, Chris Perry. Afternoon, Pat's in, CK's in. All right, Carol. Tea towels, folks. Grab your tea towels. This is what I've got on my list. This is what I need to interpret in a moment. Feet in 4s, in sit and shoulders in 3s. Knee bends in 2s, hip hinge slides. Ankle outies and innies, with tea towel and without. And then I've got a shoulders innies and outies, and then an upper back with a firm wrist. Okay, I might publish these one day. I might put my movement snacking memoirs into a book. What do you think? I'm not sure I'd find a publisher that would want to even put their name to it, but anyway. Bright skies, much milder today, says Carol. Thanks for the wave, Pat. Maya's in. All right, Maya, got a tea towel. We must be there on a 5, 6, 7, 8, I reckon, or a 3, 2, 1, depending how you like your numbers. It's basically the countdown that says Beck Stanley from Later Life Training, noonday movement snack, shift change. So you've got me on noons all week with a sprinkling of 4s for chaos. You get Dave back all week because he can do the 8s. And Kelsey on 4s. Anyway, let's do it. Ready, steady. Every movement snack starts tea towel, folks, or something tuggable, reliably tuggable that you'll need. But every movement snack starts with a bit of a circ boost that we can do in a standing or a seated position. So, where would you like to be? If you're in stand, have some external support close to hand. Have a feel of where your feet are, ideally right directly under the hip, so hip width apart. Standing up a bit more extendable and uplifting, so that you're not in a slump. You're in an uplift, like a good thermal. And then just get going with the feet. So it starts steady and it stays steady. Now in the movement snack today, in my theme of Devil is in the Detail, we are going to do some specifics on feet and ankles, more so than we do in the 8 AM. So give some extra thought to that as you take this march on the spot or this walk on the spot, adding in other moving parts. So it might just be that it's the legs, single arm or double arms, or you might just want to go for a bit of a yomp, have a wandering walk around your RER with more focus on upright posture and more focus on backward shift of that elbow. It starts steady and it stays steady with the primary aim of boosting the circulation. Here I am in sit, if you'd like the seated prompts. You may be more comfortable and it might be more appropriate for you to have your buttocks right in the back here of the chair, but then lifting away from the backrest, so you're supporting your posture, not the chair, and then start a single arm march, a little bend at the elbow, marching from the shoulder, this is, folks, and then bringing in the other arm if you can. The shoulder move is significant, otherwise you just end up with an elbow up and downy, but what we really want is a shoulder and shoulder bladey, forward and backy. So driving from the shoulders, and you're going to get a little bit of natural turn through the trunk. Allow that to happen. If legs are in your day, if you're going to be up on your feet at some point today, change your chair position. So have a hip walk forward, so your buttocks come just past centre. If you want a bit of a slump posture recovery, have a slump, but then extend and lift again. And then build again, either from upper body down or lower body up, so it could be arms or it could be from the feet. And we talk a lot about the feet driving this march rather than flat-footed stomps. So if you can hear your chair march, can you start to engage, invite your feet a bit more so that you get more of a roll through the feet, a lift and then a press down, and then other bits come in. Now, a seated march can feel quite awkward if your legs are long and your chair is low, so if it starts to feel a bit squashed in your hips, every now and then just go back to some extra pushes of feet only and then go for the toe lift. Or you might just want to put in some occasional extensions in the legs as well. Ideally, you're feeling really anchored through the buttocks. If you feel that you're rocking and rolling a bit as the feet come off the floor, maybe just separate that so that your hands rest on the arms of the chair to offer a bit more support to the trunk when you take the steady legs. It's all of that. It's all in the mix for you to decide. Here's some other options here on a steady sideways rowing action. So these leg movements and these arm movements, or the leg and the arm movements combined, in sit or in stand, will have the effect of this, boosting the circulation, increasing the blood flow is what we're saying in here. The muscles cause that to happen. Heart rate will raise a little bit, and from that you'll need a bit more oxygen to all those moving parts. That's what we mean by circulation boost. Right, ready? I think I have for you 5 moves today. Some upper limb, some lower limb. Pick the ones for you, have some support if you need. I'm going to start, I've called this one feet in 4s. Here's the standing option and then I'll give you the seated. And the theme this week is the devil is in the detail. Marginal gains, potential big impact. So this is a move that we do many times before, but different focus, even more focus. We've called it feet in 4s. Hip width, balance, take up external support. Don't want any balance challenge here, so you might want to use a wall. And very specifically, On one, I'm going to sound like that bloke on Bully. What's the game, the darts? On one, we go for that heel raise and leave the toes behind and just have a moment there to feel the toe hinges. On two, we come up just a tippy toe, so the weight is on my other leg. On three, I press the ball of the feet back down, and on four, return the heel. So, devil is in the detail. We talk about articulating and moving the feet. Now have a look to see what's happening and feel what's happening. There's one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. Same on the other leg, of course. Suggest you do these left and then right. Don't do both together. That will cause a different challenge that we're not after. So there's the one, there's the two, there's the three, and there's the four. Now obviously on the point two, if I show you front here, so still I've got weight across both feet. On two, I'm going to get a weight shift onto this other leg. 3, 4. So you're being as specific as you can. Have a glance about what's happening there. Now this kind of action, this movement, you are going to need, for example, coming downstairs. If you think about how we come downstairs, we come down ball of foot first and then press through the feet. That's just one application. Right, your seated option, there's a couple. Your seated option for lower limb is exactly the same, but have some support here. Bring your feet back a little bit, heels still on the floor. There's the 1, 2, 3, 4. Same on the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all the count does is just offer extra cue to those 4 very explicit moves. You don't have to count out loud, but it's a very definite four points of movement. Okie dokes. Now, if you're in seated options, no lower limbs, we're going to do shoulders in 3s instead. So here's your upper limb alternative, okay? Single side, so we can focus on left and right, staying in theme of the devil is in the detail. We've got a shoulder roll, just the shoulder on a relaxed arm. Then we're going to bring in a shoulder roll leading with the elbow. And then if comfortable, palm up, turn and around. So you're increasing the range of movement from the shoulder in 3. Same on the other side. Arm not involved on 1. Lead with the elbow on 2. Palm up and palm back for 3. Now that third one is a big range of motion or small, but do change those palm positions as well. Work within comfortable ranges for you. So that's your first move with 3 options. Now, second one, knee bends in 2s. We've done loads of knee bends over our movement snacking journey. In line with my devil in the detail theme, here's your standing option. Use an external support, not looking to challenge balance here. It's about feeling the difference in 2 different ways of bending knees. Weights hip width apart. Now, they're very small moves. The first one is a bit of a forward shift. Now your knees still, you should always be able to see your toes on this one, but can you see there? My knees are going forwards towards my toes. That's the first one. Come up to stand. The second one, I'm going to bend my knees, but they stay just above my hips because I'm bringing the hip hinge. So there's your knee bend towards toes, very small, and there's your knee bend with the hip hinge. Here, little shift forwards, and then bring in the hip hinge. So you're controlling how you bend your knees. So the first one, posture stays up, there. And then the second one, it's with the buttocks leading, the knee bend that we know and love. There, so just feel your way around those different ways of bending knees. That first one we need a lot. We need that kind of for walking, so the knees will go forwards towards toes. But if we're going to sit to stand, for example, or take bigger ranges of motion or pick stuff up, we definitely want that second version. Okay, seated. We're going to go for a hip hinge focus. I can't do knee bends in sit because our knees are already bent. So we're going to focus on the hip hinge element. Such a critical one for seated bending and reaching. And as a cue, as a prompt, you can use your hands as the kind of the contact point to help guide that. So there's the hip hinge, sliding hand to from knees to mid shins to foot, and you can use the other arm as support there. And this is all on a hip hinge. So you'll see that I'm hinging from here. I'm not bending in the middle. There. And if you like, you can bring in an upper reach, an upper area on that as well. So you're covering high-low positions in seated hip hinge. There. Slow, slow, slow. Okie dokes. The third move is about ankles. So for this one, I'm just going to change my chair position, and this is where we bring in the tea towel. So ankle strengtheners we've done before. I just want to give you some other moves to play with. Now, it might not be appropriate for you to do what I'm about to do, depending on what kind of tea towel you have. But I'm going to actually put the tea towel on the floor, and I'm going to put my feet on top. So you might want to have, you might have outdoor shoes on, you might not have indoor shoes on, and all those things. But have a look. So generally, we do our ankle strengtheners like this. We fix the knees in this position, and then we go for a slide out, little toes towards the side of the legs, and then we slide in. So we're trying to feel your outies and your innies of your ankles. In the ATMs, we do a lot of point and flex for walking forwards, but of course we need the ankles to move in lots of different directions for uneven surfaces and slopes. And ordinarily we do it like this, there. So if that feels comfortable for you, you might want this next step up. I'm going to use the tea towel to add some extra challenge. So have a look and then decide if it's for you. Bit of a step back. I'm going to put 2 feet on it like so here. And then I've got upright posture here with a bit of support. So I'm going to add a bit of a tug on the outside of my foot here. Allow it to lift and then resist and press down. Just small, no marginal gains, devil's in the detail. So I'm using the tea towel to add just a little bit of resistance. I've got some grip going on here as well. I've got a hip hinge that I'm using. That's my outies on my right leg. Can you see that? Now watch this. If I step back with my right leg, I've now got my innies on my left. Can you see? I've got lots of buttocks going on here as well, and it's up to you how much tug you offer here. So have a look, control, it's really small. I'm keeping that outer edge of my left foot anchoring the tea towel, but I'm just allowing the inside of the right one. And then have a switch off, have a bit of that, and then change sides. So 2 feet on. The first one does the outie on my left leg. Just a couple, just to feel how that is for you. Then I step back, and then I can do the innie on the right leg. And there's all that grippage going on here as well. So that might be something that you want to have a play with. Okay, the alternative to that, the upper limb. So if ankles, feet and toes, not in your day, we're going to go for our usual, make your tea towel a bit fatter and squishier. We're going to go for grip instead. Now the devil in the detail here is that I'm actually going to keep a firm wrist there, stack the fingers, and then can you feel that I'm aiming to bring my wrists together here. So I'm not doing loads of range of motion through the wrist. I'm fixing the wrist firm, and then I'm drawing my elbows in there's the squeeze, and there's wrist. So the resisted element is in keeping the wrists firm. And after every one of these, release, breathe, extend the fingers. Remember, the switch off and the extension is as significant as the squeeze and the resistance. Okay, last one for you, I think. It's another shoulder one. Innies and outies shoulders. Have a look at this. Palms up, elbows tucked in. Now the elbows tucking in is probably the most significant prompt. And your hip width apart, and you're just allowing a left to right. Remember, these are small ranges of motion, elbows tucked in, a little bit of outward squeeze, slow, slow, slow. And then to also practice that on grip the other way. So flip round to handlebar grip there. Elbows stay tucked in. So we're getting the movements in the shoulders that move the shoulders, kind of internal and external rotation, as we call it, innies and outies there. So the shoulder itself is kind of fit. We haven't got big reachy moves. It's all about those subtle movements of left to right, like so. And so have a few rehearsals of those, a bit of a tug, changing your grips there. And then take a pause. Then that you might be surprised that you'll feel your muscles working in your shoulders there. So have a switch off, have a release, and. Last one, all in for our bigger movement now, bit of an outward tug, and now bring in the upper back straightener. And the detail here is when you pull back towards your tummy, have an extra pull apart there at the back end. So we're bringing in, again, shoulders and shoulder blades, pulling in towards your tummy, and plus you've got your grippage going on as well. Okay, recap time. From the top, we did feet in fours, really finding those different ranges of motion through the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need these feet for coming downstairs, for example. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you find those 4 places in your feet? There was a seated alternative exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or shoulders in threes instead. Getting a little bit bigger each time. Just the shoulder, leading with the elbow, then with the hand also. The second one was knees in twos. Small ranges of motion, feeling the difference between a knee bend here on an upright posture and a knee bend here with a hip hinge. There and there, feeling the difference between those. And your seated option for that was hip hinge focus, sliding the hands to lower and to higher reach if you prefer. Hip hinge practice. Then we did ankles. Ankles without tea towels as we usually do. Fix the knees. It's the outwards, the innies and the outies. And then we can use the tea towel. Add a little bit resistance on the outies on my right leg. Remove, and then the innies on my left foot. Just to feel how a little bit of tea towel tug, press down, can get a little bit more feeling and focus around your innies and outies of your ankles. And then we did innies and outies on shoulders here in 2 different grips. One was palms up and one was palms down. And then we finished with upper back strengthener. Okie dokes. That's it. That's the devil in the detail. I might continue the whole week with the devil in the detail theme. We'll see how that goes. Crowbar those in next time you're sat with a tea towel or stood with a tea towel. Chaos is back with you at 4 p.m. for a new sway. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. I think I'm on a double whammy tomorrow, so I'll see you noons and falls tomorrow. And Dave will be with you in the morning. That's it, folks. See you tomorrow. Forgot what day it was. Tuesday, beginning of the week. Thanks, Gloria. Thanks, Doris. Thank you, the potato. Oh, Chris, you arrived. All right, happy birthday, my mum. I don't know if she came in, but happy birthday, my mum, anyway. Thanks, Maya, for your message. All right, bye for now.